What's happening? My name is Amy. Welcome to behind the scene of my trades for trading the close. This morning did not like how I was trading at all. Was taking bad setups, was jumping into things. I was like, why am I in this trade? So I hit the reset button this afternoon. I listened to Mark Douglas on YouTube. Love that guy. If you're not familiar with his work, Trading in the Zone, the Disciplined Trader books, but he's got several seminar videos on YouTube. And it was some things he just reminded me of, like I need rock solid systems, obvious no-brainer plans to follow, be robotic, execute, stick to the 20 trades for, a review of how well or not well you're doing overall, but don't be so focused on individual trades, right? So I said, okay, we're starting over. We're doing a new 20 trade setup. I'm going to trade 6 shares per trade, buying in 3 times each time. So I'm buying in twice, and I'm using 2 different stop losses. So this afternoon, I decided to trade the close because I saw momentum. That's my favorite thing. So looking at Tesla, it was about 12:15 my time, Pacific, so 3:15 Eastern. And if you can kind of see on my left-hand side of the screen here, I'm also looking at the 1 minute chart because I just decided to trade that way today. So when I hit the reset, I was like, you know what? Let's see how this goes. So you can see down here. Right about here, 12:15 was when I entered a trade on TSLQ. So I was shorting Tesla. As you can see, it was kind of had a nice little stair-stepping action. There wasn't a ton of volume either, as you can tell by the size of the candles, but it was nice, clean stairs. And that's what I look for now when I'm focused and I know, hey, this is my setup, right? So on the other side over here, and I do have the Bollinger Bands up over here. Let's get rid of those. Okay, so TSLQ, of course, you got the TSLQ is shorting Tesla ETF for that. So where I got in, let's see, 12:15 was like, oh, way over here. Okay. So yeah, I was getting in on these nice little stair stepping, and what I did was I bought in 3 shares at 41.01 and 15-cent stop, and then 3 more shares at 41.03 with a 25-cent stop. So I was coming in like right in here, basically, in these nice little clean things. And what ended up happening on this one, and you can see Tesla was over here at that time, kind of do, 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 do. So I got my take profit on this one. I got in at, it says 12:14 p.m. The first take profit got out at 12:17. The second take profit hit at 12:18. So out at 41.16 and 41.28. So that would have been right. Let's see, 12:17, like right in here. So I kind of got out right at the end of this stair step, but then I had a little bit more stairs. So after I got out, I was like, you know what? Maybe there's more to the move. So I ended up getting back in for a second trade, and I had $1.20 profit on the first one, by the way. And it was past its time because I got in again at 12:23, and by that time Tesla, literally I'm getting in at this last red candle here on the 1 minute, and Tesla's like, nope, we're gonna pop. And it did this like pop thing, and I was like, dang it. So it kicked me out at 41. Well, I got in at 41.38 and 41.45, and because I saw it still had a downward move after I got out. And then I was like, oh crap. And it turned against me and kicked me out at 41.20 and 41.24. So basically, this one I was at 12.23. So looking at the time, right in here. Okay, so yeah, I was like literally just at the end of the move. And I think kind of I knew that it was a risk to take on the same position, after it had a big move and it had this nice clean stairs. I'm like, okay, let's get out of here. Oh, got my oven timer about to go off here. Okay. So yeah, so that one didn't go. So basically I'm gonna break even for the afternoon close trade. So let's go to my last trade was on looking at the Qs, QQQ, so like the NASDAQ, right? This would have been a little later. And then I was looking to go long with TQQQ. And so I get in, that's weird. I don't even have a time. I think it was about 12:30, my time here at 44:53 on TQQQ. So let's see. Yeah, I think I got in like, what did I say, 44:53? I was like in this candle roughly. From this candle to this candle, I'm getting in the move. Because what I was looking at on the cues was a nice, again, clean stair-stepping action. As you can see, these nice clean candles. And that was what I was telling myself before trading the close. Because this morning, I just was not focused. I was like trading with 10 shares and like just and I was erratic, like just taking things and not really thinking it through. And so I was like, you know what? This afternoon is about focus, about honing back in on my strategy, not trying just to try, but like specifically I'm looking for engulfing candles, clean action, momentum, right? So that's exactly what I was given here. And nice stair stepping. Let's see, I got in 44:53 and 44:55. So I was trying to just basically I buy in with my two share sizes, my 3x at 15-cent stop and my 3x at a 25-cent stop. I'm just trying to execute that as fast as possible because I do want to be in the trade for 6 shares. And yeah, and so it was immediately in the green. And then I got my take profit on both of these. 44.68 was the first one. So I got take profit about right at the bottom here. So the first one, what did I say? 44.53. Yeah, so I'm on the right-hand side here. So got in for these two candles, got take profit on this third candle. And then the next take profit, the one with the 25-cent stop, 44.80. So I rode that sucker all the way to the top of that green candle. Woohoo! And I kind of was like, okay, I'm good. Like I rode this nice, kind of thing. I got double buy-in. I felt pretty good about it. As you can see, the queue still had some room to go, but I felt good getting out of the trade at that point. I was kind of like, my eyes are, staring at screens quite a bit today, looking at charts, and it just felt nice to have this reset at the end of the day, take 3 trades. Two of them were profitable. Of those three, I was up like $1.20. Counting the trades from this morning, I was negative like $2.86, whatever. But it felt good just to kind of say, you know what? When I sat down to trade the close, I was like, I'm not looking at the past and I'm not going to think about the past and I'm not going to let the past affect the current present moment. So each trade I took this afternoon was like focus, dialed in. The past is dead to me. Like it doesn't mean anything. And this is something I'm really trying to master with trading. And Mark Douglas's material, by the way, is like fantastic for this. He really emphasizes that whatever just happened has no bearing on your next trade. Okay, absolutely none. And I had to tell myself that, and I could feel literally the difference as I sat down to trade, and as I was actually in trades. I was like calm, neutral, stoic, like who cares, right? If it wins, great. If it doesn't, who cares? I didn't even have to worry about exiting the trades because I was just like, let it play out, let it play out. Like you're looking at your charts, you're expecting potentially certain things to happen based on your entry signs. And if it does, cool. If it doesn't, who cares? Like whatever. I was resigned to whatever loss might happen. I was also open to receive. And so it just felt good to kind of like do that mental reset, get back into my 20 trades. So for these 20 trades, I'm going to keep doing 6 shares a piece, and I'm going to keep testing 2 stop losses, 2 different amounts for each trade. So yeah, that's all I got for you guys. Kind of like a shorter video, but I wanted to kind of just show you the charts. There's, couple winners, one loser. You learn from both. Some people say you learn the most from your losers. I think you learn from both because when you look at your winners, you see what you did that worked out. You also see like ways to improve and to continue on. But I think it's also pattern recognition. If you're in winning trades, I think it's good to review what you did because that cements like a memory in your brain. It's like, oh, next time I see this pattern, hey, it might work out, right? No guarantees, no guarantees in the market, but it might work out. So, anyways, that's just kind of some thoughts I have for today. How'd y'all trade? How'd you do? Like, let me know. I know it's just been crazy out here. These markets are wild. But you know what? I think this makes people really good at trading. Like, if you can handle this kind of crazy volatility, up, down, sideways, whipsaw, ranging. I mean, we're getting a taste of like everything here, right? So, anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Check out my day trading resources down below. I'll put in the video I mentioned from Mark Douglas. Keep adding his content. He's awesome. So, yep, that's all I got for you. Take care. See you in the next one.